It is the Monday morning meeting. I feel good today.
You do?
Yeah.
You do.
It's just
Really
like,
good
yeah.
for a Monday as well.
I think I didn't wake up early today. I had a bit of a lie-in, a natural lie-in. I never set my alarm. I just wake up.
Do you know what I reckon?
So
Also
kind of
part
listen
of it
to my clock. Yeah.
is not surfing for a few days. Like I think when there's surf, there's this constant pressure to get more done in the fucking day. Like it adds a level of exhaustion into the day, and it like. I must admit, like, because come Thursday evening, I think we were saying, I was just like, I feel broke. Like, kind of, it just been like a run of 7 days straight surfing, like,
So
plus
weekend,
work on top of it. And
did
then
you surf this weekend?
No.
No, I didn't even.
No, so neither did I. I think there were a couple places, but I was like, nah, done.
You have to take a drive for sure, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so
Well,
if you don't surf, you're happier?
Yes. No, I think there's definitely, like, if you get on a run of surfing, and you've got a really busy going on, like it just grinds you down a little bit. You're stressing about where you've got to go and catch a wave, what time it's going to be working, and then you're trying to juggle everything around it.
Yeah, and then you're physically as well.
And it was pretty good swell, but it was quite paddly sort of surfing, which sounds weird. Like I just felt like I was doing a lot of paddling.
I think a lot of people felt the same.
Yeah.
Really exhausted.
Yeah.
Because it was a good run.
It was a good run.
Well, let's talk about it. Where did we surf? Go on, you go first, I reckon. Oh, I know where you surfed, I'm guessing.
Pretty much, yeah, like...
The local?
Yeah, local, out
Board?
front.
VCon free?
No, my VCon free. At the beginning of the week I surfed VCon free, but then I fucked the bottom a little bit when I landed on the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
So then I surfed the puddle jumper, which was fun. I actually took the 5.7 out in like head high, like sort of. I rode it as a split keel. I've been experimenting with split keels, and it was too loose. It was too loose, like kind of.
Wow, coming from you.
But head high, yeah. Because the shape was so good, I was trying to push it much harder, like, and it was just kind of split, like, I was just losing it in the bottom turns, kind of couldn't get the rail on coming off the top, like, it was, I struggled with that a little bit, but I was actually pleased with how many waves I was catching on it. 5.7, head high, I'd normally be like, that's too big, too much wave to kind of...
New diet?
Fun?
New diet, a bit more energy? Potentially, I don't
Less
know.
energy.
Oh, really?
Really struggle with the new diet.
Really?
Yeah, like...
Oh, because of carbs, you guess.
Yeah. Like, so I've been like going back, I need more fat, more like meat in my critically context genetic test. Turns out I was sensitive.
Well, you don't have anaphylactic reactions.
No. Intolerant?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, insensitive is I think one down from intolerant, or it means you could be intolerant, but but anyways, all dairy, all wheat. Had a week off that, and like just getting into the water feeling really lethargic. Like wasn't really getting going until like 45 minutes to an hour in. Like then I started, okay, now I'm feeling better. So I've had to adjust my diet to get more energy in. And then I served the evening star, and I went back to the Lovelace FM. So I'd upped the fin a bit because I found it too loose, and went back to like the FMs on it because they're just, you cannot push on it with the FMs. Like you can't try and drive it, you can't generate your own speed in it, you just have to point it as it goes basically. And I really clicked with it on one surf. It just felt lovely, felt so lovely, just guiding it, getting it on rail, but really gently. Thursday felt like it should have been better than it was, but it just felt slack, and I don't know whether because my shoulders were just going no.
Oh, it's so weak.
But it was big and it was weak, and then sometimes I was looking at it thinking, God, I should be having a really good surf.
That's when we surfed the FM.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just big. It was just weak.
Yeah, felt weak.
Yeah.
But it looked, like I said, it created the illusion that it should have been like a really nice
I feel like
surf.
it was kind of weak. So you were going like, you both were saying it was kind of like good, and so I was thinking in my mind, I felt like it was a little bit weak, like
it
a
was.
bit crumbly, kind of. You kind of like, because I did that heat with deals. Was that last week, weren't it?
No, that was before.
Was it? All right, fair. But like that felt, it was the same way.
To be fair though, like Porth Tower, actually when it's weak, you just surf on the inside, and normally when it's like really sucky and dumpy, weirdly when it's weak, the inside becomes really nice on it. Like it just becomes quite woolly, and you can have really good surf on it.
Fistral's banks are mental, but I feel like they just get better with juice.
Yeah, and we had really small tides, didn't we?
Yeah.
Tiny tides.
Yeah. No, but
nothing to write home about. I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna get.
I filmed on
Wednesday and Thursday. No, I don't know.
Right, hold on.
Oh no, we didn't surf.
FM Wednesday.
Yeah.
Kind of week. I filmed Thursday, the boys pumping banks. I must have seen 4 or 5 people get barreled.
Thursday morning.
Oh, sure. That's our shape.
Evening, and then Friday morning we surfed.
Yeah.
I think Wednesday was the barrel day.
No, Wednesday was the weekday of the FM, weren't it?
I don't know.
Man, we're all... This is brilliant, isn't it? Just listen to us. Can't even remember a week away.
It wasn't that memorable, and but we got some waves.
No, so me and Joe and Surf the FM.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best selling boards in the UK. We need to give it a full review. Both not our go-to sort of boards for beach breaks, but quite interesting results, I felt. I mean, we saw the clips back.
Yeah, it was funny. I felt before I saw the clips, I was kind of on a downer after that surf, and was like, oh, I couldn't figure it out at all. But then saw the videos, and it was way better than I thought. So.
It's just doing less, isn't it? Essentially,
Exactly that.
the FM is just doing less. And then you look at what you've done, and you're like, yeah, I'm going fast. Yeah, I'm on rail. Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm doing that. It's just everything's a slower pace.
Excited to give it another go.
Yeah, I feel like after that video, I think we should not put that video out this week, and we should add to it after a bit of reflection. I think that would be a really better way to.
I'd just be keen to get that little clips out ASAP.
I know, we should put a little one of him out, definitely. I don't know if I got any. I still
real.
haven't seen mine. Have you seen my clips?
Yeah, there's a couple that you pump and looks really smooth, and then one little end section.
Yeah. So we'll have a little look.
I think we need a bit more footage to make it.
But you've got mid-length vibes.
Stop trying to ruin
potential.
my life.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dude. This is where you're going to make the money. It's not surfing shortboard. It's surfing mid-lengths.
It is,
honestly.
isn't it? It's like what's it called? Selling your soul to the devil. Though, as a 22-year-old man, so right. If I haven't got really nice boobs and can't wear a bikini, I need to either make the CT.
To be fair, he has got nice boobs. So he can wear a bikini.
Or I've got to surf mid-lengths. Either way, I'm like, that's the only way to make it.
Literally.
No, you just have to ride them every now and again. But it was good to watch a good guy ripping on it. I think the video, personally, we should put out a little Insta clip maybe, because we had fun on it.
Yeah.
And then we, for the video, go a bit more in depth, because there are going to be people watching the video who have surf thrusters like us and are maybe thinking that's too far out there. And there might also be people. I found that. So I'm 85 kg and it's a 6'9", 40. Come on, you can tell me 40.
42 and a half.
42 and a bit. I feel like it dives so easy. It just sort of, but then it kind of paddles really nicely as well. It stays flat, doesn't it? Obviously because of the flat rocker. So maybe it's people who are, maybe if you're less good at surfing, because you've got that continuous sort of down the line drive on it and easy paddle and easy duck dive, it's not a bad shout. Am I making that up? It's not a bad shout for someone who's like, just wants to learn the fundamentals of surfing.
Well, if you had read my blog,
I didn't.
Did you? Basically, why it's a bestseller is that it works in 90% of what UK waves you're likely to encounter.
For 90% of surfers.
Well, so I said it works for the biggest surfing demographic, so I dug up a load of data, and it tends to be lower intermediates looking to progress from 30s to 50, basically, and that board just ticks that box completely. That's
why our video is quite interesting then, because I think that like that's just uncovering it for me and Joan, who might have been. I mean, give me an FM all day on a rolling point break.
I do think what it has got is you can progress with it as well. So like as you get better surfing, you can actually start getting more and more and more from it. Because I've seen better surfers on it and making it really rip basically. And I've spoken to some really good surfers here, and they love it. It's their like kind of mid-length of choice in that respect. So I think
there are some good guys here that've got it actually. I know that.
So I think Joan with a bit more time, like kind of start. You can already see towards the end of just the clips, you starting to squeeze more and more out of that board, and so I think it's quite exciting because honestly, you've got like. You're not Luke Dillon style power, like where it's just a muscle, like a ball of muscle going out and just powering the board. Like you really use the energy of the wave, and it lends itself. And I think as you start to apply it, honestly, you are doing turns that are going to sell a lot of boards. Like basically,
I'd just love to get it in something that's running a bit more.
Bit more juice, yeah.
Like I think I said in the video that we filmed, I didn't really know what to do if it was a wave where you could just do that 2 times.
Yeah.
Well, you just
go to the front, let it drive, accelerate down.
You just don't do much, but like that's okay.
It just feels like I don't know.
Yeah, but that's
the waste of the board.
It's if you take the aggression out of your surfing, brilliant board. If you have aggression with that board, which we both do, you are going to pick a load of different boards before you pick that one in a beach break. Yeah. That's the honest approach to doing a board review. Though. Yeah. So it's like us trying to work those things out. No, I found it really interesting. I thought it was really cool.
Because when I find when I'm surfing the evening start and it just goes mush, I try and get as far on the board as possible, almost like hang 5 off the front, and you're literally just crouch down, and as you get onto the nose, you can feel the board start to accelerate in, and then as you get the acceleration, you go back, and the satisfaction is being able to kind of maintain the flow through adjusting your body position on it.
And I think there's a few comments on the YouTube of last week's, forgotten what video, but people were after like a little comparison between mid-lengths, aren't they?
Which I'm doing because I'm surfing I surf the 7.2 FM bit in the winter, the 7.2 Teg.
Okay, well let's see
The
it.
7.7 Evening Star, and I've got a 7.3 VCon 3 on the way. So we're going to do a full board, skinny ass mid-length.
Can I be a shortboarder here though?
Yes, shortboard wagon,
So
go for it.
yeah, they're all doing a similar job,
Exactly.
aren't they? It's just so at that point, if you can accept the job they're doing, at that point you just pick your flavour. It's like you've gone for an ice cream, today you want strawberry.
So I think the comparison is not going to be picking which one's best, it's going to be actually describing the different flavours of it. Because the rail between a 7.2 Teg and a 7.7 Evening Star could not be more different in terms of profile.
All review videos I see online, I'd like to think apart from ours, they sway you to that board via all of its positives, but when you do a review video between two boards, you should actually talk about where a board isn't picking up and where it is. For mid-lengths, if you go, well, a mid-length isn't picking up on a shortboard in terms of being aggressive on a two wave that I can only do one or two turns on, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's kind of, it's like that Einstein thing, isn't it? If you judge a fish by how well it climbs a tree, the fish is going to think it's stupid. It's that sort of thing. So like, it's just getting it into that kind of, that genre of board, and then going, what is it good at? And yeah, the FM to me really surprised me on it. The first thing I would have told you when I rode it, because I haven't been riding it for like a year and a bit really, and I rode it quite a lot, the 7.2. I would have maybe told you then that it's kind of, you need to know what you're doing. But then that surf, I was like,
but you're on a 6.9,
just chill.
6.9 is a slightly different board.
I preferred the 6.9 even when I had, so I owned the 7.2, but I never owned the 6.9. We just used a demo one, but I instantly preferred the 6.9. And that's why I like the Teg as well. It's like, they're narrow. But the 6.9's just got enough.
It's got way more.
Mate, I emailed Ryan. I was like, dude, come on, let's do a collab model. I've got an idea. I'm trying to get it.
Definitely worth shouting out as well that we can do Lovelaces with the different dimensions.
Look at this guy. He's come on, there's so much, hasn't he?
He's spotted.
That's right, sales. We got to sell surfboards, and you can custom order all of the Lovelace shapes and sizes now. So if you need a tweak here, a little bit more foam, a little bit more width, a little bit more length.
You can't do the length.
You always have been able to do the length technically, but in the
so it was half an inch width either way, and quarter of an inch thickness either way. Basically.
So if you want to tweak the current roster of boards and shapes and sizes on the Lovelace range, you can. If you want to go different size, you just have to go to the next iteration. Just so we don't get stuck, because we remember we've got to try and do this quicker. We just said before this that we should do these quicker because they're turning into like full-blown podcasts, and they should just be a little update.
We enjoy it too much.
Well, we do it as soon as the camera's off as well. But so I surfed the Doofer because I've kind of got it in my head that I'm a shortboarder again, and I like surfing the Doofer. I really enjoy surfing the Doofer. I do find it hard to. I think surfing the Doofer, therefore surfing a shorter board, means I have to actually turn my aggression up. When we did the heat with Deals, I was like, I would never even try to turn there. But because we were in a comp, I needed to get some points. I was like, I've got to try and force a turn. So like that Doofer, and then that kind of makes me feel like, I could do a turn there. You know, so it's like it's more of a process thing. The Doofer's just part of it. I'm still really enjoying that, but I am going to the wave pool today. I'm going to surf a board too small for me. I'm going to give the Doofer a rest and surf an even smaller board and just probably frustrate myself for an hour. But I think it's exciting to know how small can you go.
I think you're going to be nicely surprised at how much you enjoy it.
I think I'll be able to
keep it in the pocket, because I think if you get ahead of it, you'll get done, especially at the wave.
Boggy McBoggerton, Exactly. But anyway, so that's going to be interesting, and I'll put a video out on that, because I'll be honest about my surfing at the wave, because I don't really like the wave. I don't. It's not a place that I go, that's a good wave. To me, it's like going paintballing. If someone said, do you like...
You'd rather go to war.
Well,
paintball is like...
No, if you say, do you want to go paintballing? I'll be like, no. But if I go paintballing, I'll have a good time.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like I hate paintballing. It's just like, do you want to go paintballing? I can't be bothered, actually. But you send me out on a stag do for paintballing, and I'm like, this is well good day.
Yeah.
But that's what the wave is to me. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't hate it, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So, going there with a too small board, let's see, after surfing the Doofer. And then, Joe, you were on the, you've been doing a lot of Chili Jam proing, haven't you? Or whatever you want to call it.
I wanted to speak about it, actually, because I think quite a few comments from friends and just people at the beach, and also a couple comments on YouTube. I think people think that centre is carbon or like some crazy different construction, but it's not. It's literally just a spray job. So that is just a PU board.
Yes.
On a lightweight blank.
It's just a really cool
spray. Nothing special.
Well, it's got the lightweight blank,
Yeah, but in terms
Yeah.
of like carbon and
No, it's not even got carbon on the tail, is it?
no.
No, it's just a straight up stock glass rod actually.
Yeah.
And you've been, I don't want to say struggling is not the right word, because I feel like you're surfing really good, but
You're
it
figuring
wasn't,
it out.
let's just say France gave you the honeymoon,
Yeah.
and now you're in a relationship that you still love, but there's some challenges.
Yeah. Good way of putting it.
Yeah.
In France, I couldn't have really put a finger on one thing I'd change about that board. Maybe a tiny bit longer if it was possible
Yeah.
for the bigger days, but bringing it back to Cornwall and the waves here, it's definitely been a bit of adjusting.
It's just, it's lacking that bit of forgiveness, isn't
Yeah.
it? I just think that softening the rails up is like where you make it the UK all-rounder, and then like you say, we should try a longer length. But that's been really interesting for me to watch you flip between the fins,
Yeah.
the board, knowing how you're surfing. Because I think actually what's happening to you, which you're not probably feeling, I feel like you're going through one of those periods where he's getting better at surfing.
Like the last few, especially those few surfs at Fish
Oh,
Drops,
yeah.
like getting a few decent waves, but maybe the board's not 100% there.
Yeah, I feel like you can maybe ride a little bit more foam in the rail, and then I think the board suits your style of surfing.
Yeah.
You're not a snap guy. You're a rail kind of. You're a fluid aggression rather than like, you know what I mean? He's like
much more on rail, like kind of.
Yeah, so I feel like the board's like we're starting to really get a grasp, and that makes sense because you kind of asked for that board. I didn't go, hey, you should try this.
Yeah.
You went, can we try this? So. I like it. I'm enjoying watching it at the moment. And we did the video on fins, which came out on Sunday.
Basically, you got like fortunate that the Nationals was pushed back 3 weeks because it gives you an additional 3 weeks to improve with it.
It was really frustrating, and I think we'll probably talk about it.
Yeah, I've written it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
But yeah, like I was just going to say, because you've done the fins, and the fin video is out now, and
Yes.
it's already gone pretty well actually on the opening night.
Yeah.
I think we all know the answer. I know it more than anyone because I'm a shaper and I can blame fins, but how much do they actually change your board? It's kind of mad, isn't it?
It's crazy, and it was really interesting to do that video. Like I obviously have changed fins with the same board and on the same surf before, and I know what it feels like. But it was really interesting to be able to look back at actual footage and be able to see a clear difference in fins.
Did you see some of the comments as well? People were saying like, oh yeah, you look, because we both said better on the mix, even though the backhand was pretty. Sometimes what doesn't relate in the footage is like how impressive the actual like the surf was weak, and like
it was.
to get it going like 2-turn, 3-turn combos on your backhand was like, that's quite impressive. And like, so you look at the Medina, and the Medina's on the backhand because you do obviously use your heel more on your backhand. You're putting a bit more torque in the turns. Medina's were doing the job there, but that was becoming a little bit sticky on the weaker waves with the lower rail of that board. It was all combining just to be a bit harder. Then you put the mix in, and it was like, right, suddenly everything's more manageable. Backhand still looked good, maybe not quite as hooky, but still like you'd have got the points in a comp kind of thing. But I was like, wow, because we know like you ride twinnies in thruster setups quite a lot. Yeah. And like we've had comments before in videos, haven't we? Like you can't do that, and like you can.
But you can
do whatever.
See, I've probably got now like 30 sets of fins, and I can feel the difference. Like with a twin fin and a thruster, like so, like say you've got your MRs and then you've got your Glen Pangs. The Glen Pangs have probably got like 3 or 4% more rake, and like probably 3 or 4 millimeter. So they almost look identical, apart from the Glen Pangs being ever so slightly steeper and ever so slightly taller, and they feel like it completely changes the feel of the ball. Basically,
I love that fin. And I've never even used it. Just the look of that fin looks like an upright twin that
I lean towards the MRs because I prefer the slightly faster, looser feeling of them. Because I've got some MR free rides and the Glen Pangs, which are both more kind of like uprighty, and I haven't quite clicked with a more upright sort of style. But like if you look at Mark Richards, he's pretty much surfing those in what looks like a thruster. Like he set up the original 2+1, which was a kind of a thruster setup, but he surfed them also more.
Yeah, and that's a brilliant fin setup for the UK. That's quite a big difference, I'd say. So if you've got 3 fins, roughly the same size, take them out and put 2 big ones and a little one. That's quite
the little one, massive shift.
You would definitely go, yes, I can see a difference. Yeah. But so you know when people are like, they've got a 5-fin setup and like, oh, I don't ever, you ride it as a quad, I wouldn't even know the difference anyway. A quad and a thruster, anyone is. But I actually think a bad surfer. So you know my Cook to Kelly kind of way of looking at surfboards. So quickly to say it, Kelly Slater's this end, Dave on holiday doing a surf lesson is this end. How many people who know nothing about surfing could tell you who the better surfer was after watching both of them? I'd say 100% of people watching would be able to say that Slate is better. When you start getting closer and closer to the middle, so Dave starts getting better, Kelly starts getting worse, that's where your like expert opinion comes into play. But that's where you get this period of grey where like there's no real right and wrong answer. It's just the spot where Dave can have his day and Kelly has gone past his and they're kind of matching up. I think that not a very good surfer will be able to tell if you put fins that are too small for them in that board, if in exactly the same session you gave them the perfect fins. I don't think that there's any question in my mind that a really poor surfer who thinks they don't know anything about anything, give them the fins too small, give them the perfect fins, I think they are going to completely notice the difference straight away and go, because I know what you've changed, I know the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem is people don't change enough, so they don't have that context.
So
they
say,
think it's them or like,
Yeah, and they say, well, the reason I don't change is I wouldn't know the difference. You definitely would. You can. I bet most people watching that video can show the difference between Joe and surfing.
Yeah.
Good or bad, they can see the change. Anyway, yeah, so if you haven't watched it, go and watch the film video, but it was really interesting watching Joe and surf that board. Obviously, we've got a new shortboard model out, and I've got it under 3 kind of powerful guys, and I'm getting really, really good feedback from that. So I just wanted to shout out Luke Dillon, because he got that 2-turner that we put on the floor. Oh my God.
I think that's the best way I've seen him.
I had like front row seat to that. Like you can see in the video, I'm sat like right on the shoulder. And
well,
the way he gets up and into like almost like under the underside of the pocket, it's just
what
like.
I found crazy was like turn he did in the amount of wave he used.
Yeah,
he was right at the top, but still absolutely wrapped it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just the sickest turn. Someone commented, my favourite comment, I wish we'd have actually used this, the Instagram, they were like, Fistral final boss.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, he is.
He is the fish.
Because
you watching him surf against you, it was rusty, and it's like, from then to like, that was like a week later, it's like, shit, he's got something, the bit between his teeth, because like the amount of attack and power he put into that was just like.
I don't want to take, I'm not taking credit, but the change of board. So the board that he was riding against me, after obviously a long time out of the water and being hard at work, was the board that he's won multiple national titles on. Multiple. So it's not a bad board. It's just he might be a bit big for it. He hasn't quite got his timing right. But then he got on a new board where it's a lot drivier and then a little bit more foam. And he takes the fake pressure bar away from I need to stop being rusty and start getting better, and just went I'm on a new board and just lit it up.
What would that turn have scored?
That's a 2-turn combo. It's over an 8.
Yeah, so he would have beaten you on that if you'd done that again, like on that one way basically.
100%.
Like just,
and he would have beaten me to the fashion where I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, get it back, kind of. Even with your head start, even with 2 waves, he did it in a single turn pretty much.
No.
I don't know if it'd go 8.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
You think?
Think of the day. Think of everyone else. So the best wave I saw, apart from that, was he lent Stan Norman that board as well. Shout out Stan because he watches. Sorry, you've got a lovely bottom turn, Stan. Stan had a go on his board, did a nice straight air, nice start. So that was cool. And then I was just about to say you got quite a good lot of waves as well, actually. But I just think it was. I think I watched quite a lot of people get some 5s.
They love 2 turns actually. Like
me. What more do you want to do with that wave?
2 big turns.
Yeah, but no, he couldn't have even done an air off the end. It was literally under the lip. And I'd say, it would be an excellent score, definitely. I don't know. Drop the clip in.
Yeah, I will.
Everyone comment, what would this score in a comp?
Yeah.
I reckon it was an excellent ride. And,
but
the fifth
it
final boss.
It lines up the nationals even more now in terms of like.
Oh mate,
everybody's
going to be here for it.
Oh shut up.
Yeah, well the GB Cup's on the same weekend. This is the problem with English, British, whatever you want to call it, surfing. Mate, just do whatever you can to run the comp this weekend or next weekend. Just do whatever you can. Like use every single power you have. Phone every single friend. Get the nationals done before the GB Cup, because they were using the nationals to select the team to go to the GB Cup. Now that's out the window. They pick who they want, and what you're going to have.
Off last year's results.
Yeah, because you had to be in the GB Cup.
God, the nationals, the lineup was like so many good surfers.
Do you want to win the nationals, knowing that the 6 best surfers from your nationals aren't going to be surfing in it? It's just a bit of a hot. Yeah, of course you want to win it, but it's just.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Like one thing I wanted to mention is we get hardly any comps in a year.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the only 3 3, 4, or 5 that we actually get in a year are now on the same weekend. Give us a bit more opportunity to do some more contests.
Yeah, and like, but have the best against the best, like competing regularly. Like the amount of froth like last week as in the build-up in terms of like you were looking at the list, you're like, oh my god, he's coming back to compete.
Angus
like
Scott,
yeah, exactly. Like it would have been like it was
Mate,
like a Hall of Famer type.
It would have been sick. You had some absolute killers. I heard Harry de Roth was over. Like mate, we had like the best lineup you've ever seen for a nationals.
Yeah.
If I was running that comp, I said this to you, didn't I? I was like, mate, give me that as my only job. I'm 100% being able to run a comp between then. Admittedly, that day was howling horrible. I get it. Fucking hell. But Friday was decent. Sunday was decent. Yeah. Right? I find a way. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying they were lazy. I'm saying find a fucking way.
Yeah, you got to
because
fight for it.
everyone else is just like, oh yeah, English surfing. When that was the time where you went, yes, you get in the mud with us. You know, we're all lifted. There was just a good opportunity. Now it's on the same weekend. I'm sure both comps will go really well. Blah blah blah. All you can hope now is that on that weekend the GB Cup gets cancelled.
Yeah, but they're not going to change it back to. They're not going to change the nationals back to being a qualifier.
No, but at least everyone would do it. I'm thinking more spectator and like actual wanting to win your national title. Yes, I want a good team picked for the GB Cup. I do trust the GB guys to pick a good team. Doesn't matter if I'd agree with it or not. Yeah. I don't agree on going on results. My way of picking a team is I pick the best team that I think is there.
But like you said, Luke will now not be competing. He can't compete at the GB Cup, can he?
The fact Luke Dillon isn't one of our best competitive surfers now kills me. But I know
when you see a turn like that, and you're like, that's the best turn I've seen for a UK surfer for a while. Like
I cannot wait to hook up. So the Lucas versus Luke heat will happen. It will. We will get it done, and it's going to be. It doesn't matter who wins. I still think Lucas will probably win, but. It's like a boxing match between two good
Dylan's
people.
Got some hits in it, basically.
He can win.
Yeah,
you do that.
He can KO. Yeah, that turn. Go on then, top that basically.
Because, I mean, the only air section I saw was the one Stan had. So Lucas would have had to be on turn. So that could have, all of these things can happen. And, like, the fact that we're saying it, I think Luke beats everyone in the GB squad. That's it. I think he does. And I think all of them would, at the very least, admit that he's a tough heat.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so the fact that he's coached.
Let's just play that turn again, just on that fight.
I've watched it so many times to see where my body. Cause
it's slow motion to try and get how he's done that with his body.
Because he's not flexible. He's like me. He's worse than me. He's a ball of muscle. He can't bend down and touch his toes. What's he looking at? Where's his arm?
But that's the thing. It's as he's throwing the top, power through his body for his legs to follow that. Like if I even tried to do that, I'm popping 3 intercostal muscles and I'm in fucking bed for like 2 weeks. Like it's just like
he's opposite, right? I tried to explain this to someone the other day. I think it was you. When you stand front on, you're so wide, right? And then you turn that way. And now your profile is thinner. Luke Dillon stands front on, and he's pretty wide, right?
Yeah.
He turns that way.
He's
wider.
His core it's just all muscle.
It's just his arse, his legs. It's just like his back. He probably isn't. He shouldn't be a surfer, but he's made it work. He should be a blooming rugby player. Yeah, but anyway, the power is in there. Yeah. Anyway, sick to see, and that new model's going really well. So bigger guys looking for shortboards. Man, we're in. We're so in. I didn't go on a rant then, did I? I wanted to.
Well contained.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. Video's out now. The fins video, Joe and surfing 2 different sets of fins, so you all can see. Teg review that Tom did is out and doing really well. So if you're finding out more of one of Tom's love affairs on the skinny mid-length,
I did a review for every love affair I had with the board.
I know you do a lot of reviews. I'm going to the wave pool and surfing a board too small, so that'll be a hideous watch, but it's coming. And what board's going online?
So going online, bit of an oldie, but very much a goldie basically. And most people, I guess, would surf this as a Form Flow Stick Pro. Most people would surf it probably slightly longer, like your mid-length kind of dim. So this is a 6'2", so mini mid, so probably a little kind of step up, isn't it? And this is in the twin fin with the channels, which is a legit step up fin arrangement and tail arrangement. Those channels really give you some grip and that kind of pulled in tail.
Can I interject real quick? Sorry, man.
You never normally ask.
I know.
Suggest this is going to be a biggie.
I sometimes watch myself from here, just being like, shut this dickhead up. So, although it is an old model, you are correct. The dims got changed this year to coincide more with the shorter rail line, sort of more progressive stance versus the flow stick.
Yeah.
So if you were going to surf the flow stick, let's say in a 610, you'd probably surf that in a 6.4 to 6.6.
Yeah.
As like you say, a good wave kind of mid-length, a bit more progression, and because of those softened up rails and slightly narrower dims, it just suits
20 inches wide.
Yeah. So it's a forgiving step up in that twin range. Obviously the sails kind of speak for itself on that board, but yeah, take it away. Sorry, mate.
The reason why we've got this one is it was supposed to be a clear board. I think there was a blemish on the blank, not a functional one, an aesthetic, so we gave it a resin tint.
Yeah, literally had a dirty mark.
Yeah.
Inside the blank, I did. So I couldn't pick it up because it was just a dirty mark. It was almost like fingerprints that you couldn't wash off. So we put a really nice tint on it.
So yeah, so that's it. Perfect board. That'll be going online. That'll be going on for 675, something like that.
Yeah. So obviously we got team riders coming this week. We got some new
You team
exciting
rider.
stuff.
You team rider coming today.
But I think we should
Yeah, exactly. But that's
just wait.
Just tease it.
But it's an exciting week. It's always an exciting week, isn't it? We've got surf on the way, lighter winds coming back.
Yeah.
We've got new boards out there. We're waiting for feedback
Sun
on
is
them.
out.
I need to do some repairs.
Oh my god, we all need to do some repairs. My doofer's out of action. Right, okay, anything else to add?
All good, mate.
Yeah?
It's good.
Come on, no rants. English surfing, GB surfing, we love you. Bye everybody.